Hey, how's it going? So, I wanted to document um, my first week on taking Lexapro, and yeah, I thought it might be useful to some of you. Though I'm not a doctor, I can't recommend that you take Lexapro or anything like that, but I can let you know my experience on the first week, and yeah, maybe some of you will relate to that. But just to give you some background information, I'm 28 and I was recently diagnosed with moderate depression, as well as severe anxiety or general anxiety disorder. And at this point in my life, it pretty much inhibited me from doing most normal day-to-day activities, whether it was having strains on my relationships or my work focus. And so it pretty much went to the point where I needed to seek professional help through the form of therapy as well as psychological help as well. So I was diagnosed with those things and then prescribed Lexapro, and I'm currently on day 3. And for me specifically, I was told to take half of the first dosage for 4 days, so 2.5 milligrams for 4 days, and then bump up to 5 milligrams from there on out. And the first time that I took it at night, fairly late, around 9 p.m., and didn't really feel anything at all on the second day, because I'm trying to shift it to take it earlier. And the reason for this is because I recently got a new job where my start time is 5 in the morning. So one of the possible side effects, by the way, those are chickens there. So if you hear any noises, it's the hens. But anyways, what was I saying? So the doctor said that possible side effects are nausea. It might make you drowsy. It might give you insomnia. And so I started taking it at night in case it made me drowsy because I didn't want to be drowsy. So I had started taking it at night, and then now I'm trying to move to take it earlier in the day. Just because they mostly recommend that you do take it in the morning. But on the second day that I took it, sorry, I had to move locations. The chickens were getting too loud. But anyways, on the second day of taking it, I did start to notice more sunlight there. More side effects, primarily sort of like this spaciness in my mind, like a little bit of drowsiness, but more so of this like floating feeling. Kind of like floating and not being totally focused. And I know that they said that was one of the possible side effects was trouble focusing. And so the feelings are a little more pronounced than day 1. And so I took that at night around 6 p.m., about an hour and a half in, and then I really started to feel it setting in. And so I ended up knocking out around 9 p.m. So for reference, I usually knock out around 10:30, 11. It usually takes me about 30 minutes to 40 minutes to fall asleep. But yeah, I fell asleep pretty easily. I don't know if it's just because of the busyness of the day or the possible side effects of Lexapro. But in the morning, when I woke up, I did feel nauseous, and I felt pretty nauseous for 2-3 hours. So I got up around 6 a.m., 6:15 a.m. Didn't really start to feel solid until 9-ish, somewhere around then. But if I could rate the nausea on a scale of 1 to 5, it'd probably be like a 1. I'm not somebody who really enjoys being nauseous. I don't think anybody does, but it was certainly tolerable for me. And yeah, if I could rate it today, it was like a 1 out of 5. Didn't make me like, lose my appetite or anything. It was just more of like a steady, uncomfortable feeling. And so it went away as I went with my day, as I had coffee, as I stayed hydrated. I also did notice going to the bathroom a little more, number 1. But I don't know if that's because I was just drinking more water, or I did also read that, some people were urinating a lot more, so I was not too sure if that's related, but we'll see as the days go on. And then I just took my third 2.5 milligram dose about an hour ago, and haven't really experienced anything so far, so I'll update you guys if that changes. I'll come back and record those symptoms, but I'm about to get ready to go out and do some work, do some driving, just to do some errands and whatnot, and I'll probably come back in a few hours, and if something happens. If not, then I'll record day 4. So it's day 4 now. Yeah, day 4. Last 2.5 milligram today. Only felt nauseous for I think 30-40 minutes. Took this one a little earlier, around 11 a.m. and feeling pretty good. Well, feeling pretty good physically, but mentally I think today was a little bit harder. I did have some anxiety and a little bit of depression, and I wanted to take other things to kind of mitigate that, but I know that they say that you shouldn't be taking anything until this really settles in. And just to give you some background, I did used to take CBD for anxiety, and at the most I've ever taken was probably around 70 to 80 milligrams of full spectrum CBD. So that would be, I think it was 2.4 milligrams of THC for every 100 milligrams. So just to give you an idea, and that would help me immensely in the past, but it just wasn't, one, it wasn't cost effective, and 2, doesn't look good if you're trying to get a job in the drug test, because regardless of whether the CBD is an isolate or not, some places just won't hire you if you've got any trace of CBD or any small trace of THC. So yeah, I will be talking to my doctor in a few months or weeks, and see if I can be taking CBD oil or pills to kind of help with some of the downtime I have, if Lexapro isn't working like I think it should, but I think it should work just fine. So yeah, day 4, and tomorrow we start taking the full 5 milligrams, and we'll see how I feel after that. Alright, so we're on day 6 today, and I didn't actually record anything for days 4 and 5, I think, because those are actually really difficult days, and I'm not sure if it has to do with side effects or what, but well, today and yesterday have been particularly difficult emotionally, and mostly with just feeling depressed, which usually it's the anxiety that is it's a huge issue for me, but I've been dealing a lot with depression and hopelessness and things like that, so I really didn't have the energy to even document that yesterday, but I am today. I'm feeling slightly better. Don't know, could have to do with the weather. It is a bit cloudy here today in California. It might not. It might be, medication. It might not. I don't know. I'll have to talk to my doctor about that. But I will say that today and yesterday I have had several panic attacks, but they were significantly different in that they were minor, meaning I don't usually have minor panic attacks. Usually they are 20 to 30 minutes long and very, if not longer, and just very hard to go through. But these were, I guess, manageable. and shorter. So the anxiety that I have felt, and this is only, day 6, I guess has been either non-existent or just somewhat manageable. And I think the defining feeling, even in these last 6 days, has just kind of been numbness, not necessarily being okay or happy or normal, but just sort of an emotional numbness. And I can't decide if that's good or bad. Obviously, a lot of people will say that they don't want to feel numb or zombie-like, and I wouldn't describe it as zombie-like, but it definitely a sort of numbness. So I'll be interested to see after week 1. I'll keep documenting, and if anything interesting happens, I'll record it, but I'll be interested to see when that initial hard week or 2 begins that I've mostly read online. Usually, some people it's week 2, week 3, some people it's week 1, that it's just all of a sudden very hard and intense side effects. Some people don't experience them at all, so we'll see what ends up happening in my case. But 7 days tomorrow, and then I'll keep recording for week 2, week 3, so on and so forth, really, until I guess I could notice a change. So alright, so it's officially been 1 week on Lexapro, and I am up to 5 milligrams now, and I'm pretty much the same that I have been the last 2 days. Again, day 5 and 6 were significantly difficult emotionally. I know I that might be due to some triggering things that I went through. Like there were a couple of instances both those days that are very likely to have just triggered those panic attacks and those bouts of depression. And I think that with the combination of the weather, here in California, it's going to be a colder week, and it was just warming up again. So I know that I tend to do better during the warmer months of the year. And today was slightly better than the last 2 days, but still struggling a bit to hang in there. And I do want to note that I was feeling a little drowsy, like I had a couple dips of drowsiness throughout the day, and I'm now taking my doses same time every day, 10 a.m. I've been doing that for 3 days now, but I felt this dip of drowsiness around 8 in the morning during work, and then again around noonish, 1 o'clock, just this really low. Kind of wanted to have coffee, but didn't really feel motivated to, and so now I'm editing this video to upload tonight for for whoever to see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you found it interesting, please feel free to like it and let me know. That way I know, maybe keep filming or keep uploading. All your comments are welcome. Just keep it appropriate. And I'm trying to do my best to upload what I like and what I think would be useful. So thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to subscribe if you want, and I'll see you next time.